brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you yet again for tuning in with your boy, Coach J, Motivated Moments. Today, guys, I'm preparing for my third and final pre-emergent app. Okay, the soil temps we're flirting around 70. You know, I've been 65, 69, 68, 67, 68. I think it hit 70. It might have hit it one day, maybe, in the past couple weeks. But with that being said, you know, this is my third and final app. And some of you are like, third and final? Yes. Okay. You may not remember. Okay. But I'll try to put it up there for you. But my first pre-emergent app was at New Year's. I think it was January 2nd, I believe. I can't remember, but basically New Year. Okay. That was my first application. Okay. Then 6 weeks, no, I waited, I think I did 8 weeks. 8 weeks after that, I think it was like February, end of February, I went down with another treatment of pre-emergent. And then now, which is, I want to say it's 5 or 6 weeks later after that one, I'm going in with my third and final treatment. Okay. When you put down these pre-emergents, guys, just read the labels. Okay. Depending on your grass type, depending on your cultivar of that particular grass type, depending on your growing zone, and depending on the height of cut of your said cultivar or grass type, you can vary your pre-emergent applications. Okay. And I went with the 3 application model. Okay, they have a model where you can go down with the full max year rate one time if you want, just dump it down. I'm not fond of that. Or you can go with the 2-split app, like our boy Nut. Everyone knows Nut. Shout out Nut, Florida boy. Shout out Nut, man. I mess with your dog. Big up Florida. But anyway, his plan is the two application app. Okay. All right. So for me, and my particular grass type that I have here in North Florida, okay, shout out Nuts in South Florida, I'm in North Florida, okay. So what I did was I took his plan, basically divided it into three applications, which you can do courtesy of the label. If you read the label, you can do this. And I also did it because my backyard I real mow, which is a fescue bluegrass blend. I real mow. Out here in front, I keep it at, 4, 3.5, maybe drop it to 3 when I'm throwing down granular fertilizer or a granular soil love application. I sometimes will drop it lower for that. But depending on all those variables, guys, it could really dictate your pre-emergent schedule. Well, to make a long story short, I basically took that maximum rate and divided into 3 parts. Okay? So I went down one app June, another app end of February, and now this is my final app, okay, of my pre-emergent. Okay, so read the labels, guys. You can use and choose to do whichever type of application rate that you like. Okay, one application, 2 applications, 3 applications. It's totally up to you. Do that at your discrepancy. Okay. All right. And obviously, this is what I'm using. Okay. In that previous video, I'll show you I used the granular version as well. I also used the 1908 fertilizer with prodiamine. Okay. But if you may not remember, it was in that video that I put up for you earlier. Okay. The maximum rate on that was like a 9.9 or 9 something, okay? And I also took that and broke it down into 3 parts, which works perfectly because all you want to put down fertilizer is 3 pounds per 1,000 square foot. So it worked perfectly. I also did that at the same time. January, end of February, and actually just yesterday with the granular, and now I'm about to go over top of it with the water. Okay, and if you don't remember, in that first video, I was explaining that I really don't know the efficacy of the prodiamine mixed in with the fertilizer. Because like I stated, guys, any eyes or anything mixed in with the fertilizer, it deteriorates over time. The fertilizer doesn't, but the additive, meaning whatever was added into the fertilizer, that deteriorates over time. Fertilizer is at infinite shelf life. But if you have an herbicide in that bag, 3 to 5 years is going to deplete. Fungicide or anything, insecticide, it's going to deplete over time. Okay, so prodiamine is what I'm going down with. Doing the full max 5.2 ounces per square thousand for 1,000 square foot this time. I think what I did was I did was like 2.6, 2.6, and now I'm doing 5.2. Okay. Also, because I saw a little sedge popping up, and maybe I'll get a little glimpse of the meso working on some of that sedge in the back is whitening. Okay, but I'm also going to spike it with a little sulfentrazone. Okay, now sulfentrazone, ladies and gentlemen, it has a post-emergent capabilities, and it also has a little pre-emergent capabilities. Okay, prodiamine is my main pre-emergent. Okay, but I'm gonna use this to knock out any nut sedge that may be available. I saw a little kalinga popping up in my bed, so this is also a good pre-emergent for kalinga as well. Will help suppress kalinga. So I'm gonna spike it with a little sulfentrazone to take care of any sedge or kalinga or anything visible now, but also as a pre-emergent as well, because I really don't see the kalinga jumping until it gets really hot, like May or June. Okay, July, that kalinga really takes off. But I'm gonna use this as a pre-emergent now. Why I keep tapping? I just noticed. Why is he? I'm sorry. I'm special. I'm sorry. But anyway, sulfentrazone, throwing that in there too. Okay. Also, if y'all don't remember, I've been battling fungus the past few weeks as well. Okay, haven't done a fungicide treatment in the past couple weeks because it's starting to come back. I've been hitting it with the propiconazole, the chlorothalonil, yada yada yada, and I think I put down copper once as well. Okay, I'm just going down with some neem max as well. Okay, a little neem oil. I'm just going to spike it or add a splash in there. Okay, neem oil, good product. The reason why I'm doing this, I saw a couple moths the other day when I was cutting grass. The little moths. So whenever you see moths, I'm pretty sure when they land, they're probably dropping eggs or what have you into the grass. I also saw, looked like a caterpillar or armyworm or something. It was dead, but it was in the bed. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little pre-emergent on that as well. I went down with some triclophan the other day because I noticed that the Japanese beetles were back and they were burying my dog's dung. So I also have some triclophan down as well. That's a curative form if you want to prepare for grubs. Excuse me. Okay, with a little neem oil. I'm spiking it with that too. Neem oil. Okay, good stuff. It's an insecticide and a fungicide, and it's organic and all natural. So I'm not using anything chemically based, basically. Neem, guys. Neem oil is purely organic. Okay, no harm, no foul, organics. Okay, love the organics. Gotta love the organics. Okay. Now, also, some people just use this, guys. If you didn't know this, but like I said, obviously the neem oil, fungicide, and the insecticide is all in one. I'm also going down with this Fight, guys. Okay, if y'all don't know Fight, okay, it also comes from the Turf Grass Pro that I use. But Fight, some people actually use potassium phosphate, okay, or phosphates as a fungicide. Okay, I think it's group 33, unknown, something crazy like that. Okay, yeah, I think it's like group 33, unknown, or something like that. But this potassium, guys, phosphate. Okay, like I said before, it fights. It helps fight disease, fight stress, fight fungus. So that's why some people use this as a fungicide. So I'm using this organic and a little potassium phosphates here. Okay, a little phosphite, excuse me, to go ahead and put down into the grass plant to strengthen it up, prepare for the heat, also help battle that fungus. Okay, phosphite. Okay, key word is fight. Okay, it's going to help fight for you. It's going to fight for you. Okay, and then for the little spike of the little fertilizer. Okay, just a little 20-00. Okay, with micros, Turf Grass Pro. Got it in Florida. Shout out, Seed Barn here in Florida. Turf Grass Pro for my little fertilizer. Okay. All right, but that's it, guys. Okay, just wanted to share with you today what I was putting down. This is mainly for my third and final pre-emergent app. Okay, I see the crepe myrtles are starting to bud, so you know it's that time. The azaleas are starting to jump. The forsythia bushes are jumping, so you know it's that time, guys. You know it's that time. It's been that time for me, but this is what I'm putting down today, guys. Okay, all right. That's it, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with your boy, man. I really do, man. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Hey, excuse me, Lawn Locos. Sorry for the noise. You know, people out here, the neighbors are getting their yards done. Okay, sorry about that. But real briefly, guys, I wanted to interrupt to let you guys know that I'm substituting the sulfentrazone. Reason being that certain cultivars of tall fescue are susceptible to injury with the sulfentrazone, so I don't feel comfortable broadcast spraying that just yet. This past season, I had to introduce some new cultivars to the lawn, and I have yet to spray it with sulfentrazone, so I don't want to go out and damage anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute it with something more tolerable. Okay, something like the triplet. Okay, now the reason why I'm substituting it with the triplet is because last year I got invaded by St. Augustine and centipede. Obviously, I didn't get rid of all of it before I put down my cool season yard. So what happened was the St. Augustine tried to creep back. Over in the back section over here, this centipede really invaded and took over. So what I'm going to do is, with the substitution of triplet, not only will I take care of any weeds that are there, but I'm also going to injure or stunt the growth and development of the centipede and St. Augustine, because it doesn't like the 2,4-D. Okay, so I'm going to put down the triplet instead. But thank you for allowing me to intrude. Okay, I apologize, but just had to bring that to your attention. that's it. You know, it just went out, just sprayed everything. I'm gonna give that triplet a few hours to take effect and get into those weeds. You know, I have within 48 hours to water in the prodiamine. Obviously, the sooner the better, but I do want to let it sit for a few hours or so. I might just let it sit overnight and just water everything in the morning, just so that triplet can do its due on if or some of the weeds that were present. And obviously, if any of the St. Augustine or centipede was trying to, you know, come out of dormancy and trying to wake up and poke its head out, you know, you touch it with some of that 2,4-D and, you know, it'll start to shrivel real quick, guys. That's how I got rid of it last year, really. You know, triplet, 2,4-D, I didn't glyphosate it. That's probably why it penetrated me, because I didn't use a pre-emergent, because I overseeded with Bahia, thinking, well, if the bluegrass and fescue doesn't survive, maybe the Bahia will take over. The fescue was still trying to hold on, so I was like, hey, man, true Lawn Loco, let's give it a try, man. Fescue and bluegrass in Zone 9, Florida. What the hell? Hey, man, thanks again for your time, man. Thanks again for your time. Like, share, subscribe. Tell everybody somebody else is out here doing the same damn thing that everyone else is doing. But this version is coming from your boy, Coach J, True Lawn Loco. Thanks again for your time, and God bless.